है ना? Am I clearly audible? Okay. Fellow Toastmasters, distinguished Toastmasters, and our dear guests, Assalamu alaikum, hello, and good afternoon to all. This is Toastmaster Faisal Iqbal, a proud member of Cloud 132 Toastmasters Club. As we all know, that Toastmasters community allows us to improve our public speaking skills, our communication skills, and improve as a human being and as a communicator as well. During the meeting, we have a motto that we have to follow, not just during the meeting, but also during our daily lives as well. So may I request you all to please turn on your videos so that we could see your energetic and smiling faces, and unmute your mics as well. And repeat the motto of the meeting with me. So the motto of the meeting is for better thinking,
For better thinking,
For better thinking,
for better listening,
for better listening,
for better listening,
and for better speaking.
and for
for
better
better
For better
speaking,
speaking,
We learn by doing.
we learn
by doing.
Yes, absolutely, most certainly. Thank you so much, everyone, for your active participation. Yes, we all learn by doing, and we all learn by taking the roles and putting the effort, and that's how we improve as a speaker. So, without further ado, let us call upon our very creative, humble, and energetic Toastmaster, who is always there to support us and to guide us as well. None other than our very energetic president and presiding officer of today's meeting, Toastmaster Rehan. Toastmaster Rehan, also the stage.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sergeant at Arms. Dear Toastmasters, I welcome all of you into another exciting meeting of Cloud 122 Toastmasters Club. And today is a very, very special day because Toastmaster Bilal has joined us, and also our member Toastmaster Jahangir has joined us back after a long, long break from Toastmasters. We welcome Toastmaster Jahangir. Hope you are having fun after joining Toastmasters meeting after a long time. And thank you so much, Toastmaster Bilal, for joining us. Dear Toastmasters is a platform that helps us in learning leadership and communication skills. Over the past 98 years, Toastmasters International has helped hundreds and thousands of people in learning leadership and communication skills. Why people should learn leadership and communication skills? Dear Toastmasters, these skills are deemed as, some time back they were called as soft skills, but now realizing their importance, they are being called as power skills because they empower you actually to show your inner potentials to the whole world. So learn leadership and communication skills with Toastmasters. Toastmaster Ali Amjad has also joined us. We welcome you, Toastmaster Ali Amjad, into our meeting. Dear Toastmasters, now it's time for me to hand over control to a person who will be host of today's show. And our Toastmaster of the day for today is Toastmaster Muhammad Bilal. He is founder and CEO of Emerson Solutions Private Limited. He is president of Twin Cities Toastmasters Club. He is winner of our district for Tall Tales, and he is also a black belt holder and a gold medalist in karate. And I also know that Toastmaster Bilal is very humble and passionate Toastmaster. With this, I would like all of you to join me in welcoming Toastmaster Bilal. Toastmaster Bilal, stage is yours.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Rihania, for such a generous introduction. It's always pleasure among you people, a very energetic. I always admire this Toastmaster Club, the Cloud Toastmaster Club. The good thing about Cloud Toastmaster Club is you can join where are you. It doesn't matter from in which country you are, in which city you are. You can join. This is the beauty of this club. That's why I always recommend my friends to be the part of this club. Even they are not living in Islamabad or Rawalpindi. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Rihanna. Coming to our theme of the meeting. Be the type of person you want to meet. Be the type of person you want to meet. This will be the theme of our meeting. When Toastmaster Rihanna approached me to host this meeting and suggest the theme of the meeting, I was asking this matter. So I thought to express my feeling, my learning to all of you. A few days back, my family decided to go to the village. I was alone in my home, and I thought how boring it is without living, without family, without friends. So I started to work why I am like that, why I'm not enjoying my company, why I'm not enjoying the company of Bilal. So why I'm looking for other person, other things to have. So that then I came to know this thing. Be the type of person you want to meet, and literally I started to meet to myself. I started to sit with myself. I started to talk to myself while I started to smile, give a smile. Even when I used to leave my home, I started to say, "Best of luck, Bilal. You are going to have a great day." Stuff like that. And that was amazing experience. So on this, before coming to ahead, one question: about the personality you love the most. Think for a while, a personality you wanted to have a company with, any friend, any charismatic personality, any teacher that you wanted to live with. Think. And now just think. You can even write the name of that personality. That would be a great. Just write the name of personality that you really want to live with. So now think what are the traits, what are the good things that you really that attracts you to have the company with that person. The only thing is now here the good thing or the best thing is these traits, these qualities you can create. Everybody, every one of us want to be a person that is surrounded by other people with love, with humbleness, with attraction, with confidence. This is what we need to have. But the question arises: what is stopping us to be the like of that person? What do you think? Any question? Any answer? I really would love to have two answers. That what is stopping us to be the person like that? What do you think?
May I take the initiative? Take the first step.
Take the first step. Wonderful. Any other?
Yes, Toastmaster Mohammed Akram is right. I think the procrastination, first of all, and before that, we think that it's almost impossible for us to become that person. Sometimes our inspiring figure is so much at greater level than us that we think that we can't do anything. But yes, as Toastmaster Mohammed Akram said, taking the first step is towards success or towards what we want to become.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. I really love your answer. Yeah, taking a first step, not procrastinate the things. It means this is what, who is doing this? Who is not taking the first step? If I conclude this thing in one line, that what is the major obstacle to reach up to that level is we ourselves. You yourself, I myself is the major obstacle to reach up to that level. I need to take the steps. I need to take the first step to reach there. I need to overcome the procrastination. And who is stopping me to not get up early in the morning? So these are the things we need. And but the here is the good news. Every one of us can be a magnetic, like a very attractive person, very confident person, a charismatic personality. There are few things that a charismatic personality have. We will discuss it later in later in after session after our first session. But the thing is, our intention matters a lot. When we will be clear to our goal, our destination, when our intention will be clear, that will be happen. As Tony Robbins say, energy flows where the attention goes. So when we give a proper attention, when we make a clear direction, it will be happen automatically. So we will discuss later how can be a charismatic personality, how can be attractive, a person who is always loved, and be the type of person you want to meet. We will discuss it later. Now let me explain the overall meeting. Our meeting will be consist of three sessions. Number one, first session will be a prepared speeches, and second, our table topic session, in which table topic master will come and will call randomly the speakers, and he or she need to speak minimum of 1 minute and maximum of 2.5 minutes. And the third, but last but not the least, the evaluation session, the most important session of the Toastmaster meeting, in which general evaluator will come and will have a team of experienced Toastmaster who will evaluate the meeting, the speakers, and meeting overall. So coming to my team, who is will have a helping role, starting from general evaluator, not helping role, overall is a major role, Toastmaster Hina. Toastmaster Hina, would you please explain your role?
Thank you so much. Assalamualaikum, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. As a journal evaluator, I will generally evaluate all over the meeting and give my report at the end of the meeting. I will also call my chat team when call upon journal evaluation. Oh.
Thanks so much. Again, being a VP Education, it's the responsibility of VP Education to have the maximum role. Again, Hina is a timer, having a timer role as well. Would you please explain the timer role?
Thank you so much. As a timer, I am responsible for timing each speaker during prepared speeches, table topic, and evaluation segment. During first speech, that is Toastmaster sophomore speech, it's 4 to 6 minute speech. I will show green color at 4 minutes, yellow 5 minutes, and red at 6 minutes. For the speech of Toastmaster Muhammad Akram, it's 6 to 8 minute speech. I will show green color at 6 minutes, yellow 7 minutes, and red at 8 minutes. During table topics, I will show green color at 1 minute, yellow 1 minute and 30 seconds, and red at 2 minutes. During evaluation, I will show green color at 2 minutes, yellow 2 minutes 30 seconds, and red at 3 minutes. After that, you have 30 seconds in order to qualify for polling. All my report, I will show my report and call upon by myself.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Hina, for explaining your role. Now we have grammarian role, who is Toastmaster Faisal Iqbal. Toastmaster Faisal Iqbal, would you please explain your role?
Yes, Toastmaster Mohammed Bilal. Thank you so much. As a way, a thorough look throughout the add outstanding words and uses and phrases. And throughout the meeting, I'll also be looking at the improper usage of English language. And for example, any grammatical errors or any other particular particular things. So the word of the I'm also going to share the word of the week as well. So the word of the week is embellish. Word of the week is I'm going to repeat embellish. It's a verb. So the word of the week means that make something more attractive. It has two different meanings. Make something more attractive by the addition of decorative details or features. For example, its synonym is decorate, adorn, furnish. Other meaning is make a statement or story more interesting by the addition of extra details that are often not true. For example, blue silk embellished with golden embroidery. The other sentence could be he couldn't resist embellishing the story of his accident a little. So I would suggest and recommend all the Toastmasters to please use the word of the week embellish in our Toastmasters meetings so that we could improve our English vocabulary as well. Over to you, Toastmaster Mohammed Bilal.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Faisal, for explaining your role. That's wonderful, a very important role. And here is our counter, Toastmaster Sadaf. I think Toastmaster Sadaf is not here. Toastmaster Hina, would you please guide who is the R counter?
I would be happy to take the role if anyone.
Okay.
Shall I?
I think if there is any other, Jaya, I think Jaya raised her hand. That's wonderful. Jaya, would you please explain your role? Thank you
Sure.
so much for, first of all, thank you so much for taking this role.
Thank you so very much. As an accounter, I would be keeping a record of your arms, repetitive words like like, so, long pauses, short pauses, and at the end, I will give my report when called upon by general evaluator. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much. We have to be very conscious for such a responsible person to count the R's. So next, the question master, Aisha, Toastmaster Aisha. Do we have Toastmaster Aisha? Yeah. Would you please explain your role?
I will be active listener. I will listen you carefully, and after that, I will mention some phrases or words which every participant use. So I will ask question about that. Which participant use this word? Like major steps, roles, etc. To you, Toastmaster Bilal.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Aisha. So this was all about the helping role. Coming to our next session, that is prepared speeches. We are going to have a great speaker today. And for our first speaker, we have Toastmaster Akram for his speech. Before inviting him, I would like to invite his evaluator, DTM Toastmaster Malik Umair. Would you please explain his objective?
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Bilal. Toastmaster Akram will be delivering his project from level 1 of the pathways. Let me please share his objectives. He will be delivering his fourth speech from level 1, where he's required to deliver a speech, take feedback, incorporate that feedback into his next speech, and deliver a speech. His pathway is vision communication, and the topic of his speech is love, adventure, and responsibility. Back to you, Toastmaster Bilal.
Thank you so much, DTM Malik Muhammad Umair. Toastmaster Akram is very lucky to have such evaluator. So Toastmaster Akram, your time, and can you pin? Have you pinned the timer, Toastmaster Akram? Is it visible to you? Timer.
Yes, I can see the timer.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. So stage is yours, Toastmaster Akram. Please welcome Toastmaster Akram for his speech.
Good afternoon, dear Toastmasters and distinguished guests. I was assigned to work in Ahmedabad for a couple of years after the devastating earthquake of 2005. One of the highlights of my stay in Ahmedabad was a trip to Naran, a small town nestled in the picturesque Kagan Valley. My spouse and I decided to embark on this adventure during the second week of August in 2007. We woke up early in the morning and prepared ourselves for a long and arduous journey. The road to Naran was not easy. We encountered numerous roadblocks and traffic jams due to landslides in the vicinity of Balakot. The journey that was supposed to take 4 to 5 hours ended up taking much longer than expected. Although the journey was very tiring, but the anticipation of exploring new places with my beloved spouse made it all worth it. As we reached Naran, we were thrilled to begin the second leg of our journey to Safalmuluk, a world-renowned destination famous for its captivating views of the Himalayas and the pristine Safalmuluk Lake, which is one of the Pakistan's highest lake, located at a height of 10,580 feet. Our journey to Safalmuluk was nothing short of a romantic adventure. We were told that the only way to reach the lake was by a jeep. And as we embarked on the ride, we were filled with excitement and a sense of adventure. The 30 minutes jeep ride was full of twists, turns, sheer drops, but it only added to the thrill of experience. Suddenly, we noticed that our driver stopped the jeep and started jumping down towards the river. To our surprise, his sharp eyes noticed a 12-year-old boy struggling to climb up towards the road. Unfortunately, he had come alone on the trip and went down to see the river and got stranded. The timely rescue by the driver definitely saved his life. As we reached the top of the hill, we are struck by the beauty of Safalmuluk. The view was nothing short of magical, and it felt as we were in a fairy tale. The crystal clear waters of the lake was surrounded by snow-topped mountains that seemed to touch the sky, creating a picturesque backdrop. Sorry? Am I audible?
Please carry on.
Okay. The crystal clear waters of the lake were surrounded by snow-capped mountains that seemed to touch the sky, creating a picturesque backdrop of our first romantic journey together. But as fate would have it, the weather suddenly took a turn. Dark clouds appeared out of nowhere, and it started raining heavily. The sudden downpour caught us by surprise, and we found ourselves shivering in the freezing winds coming from the glacier. To make matters worse, we were next for the sudden drop in temperature. Despite the challenges, we were determined to make the most of our adventure. We walked hand in hand to the Safalmuluk Lake, which was nothing short of a mesmerizing experience. It felt as we were walking on clouds, surrounded by sheer beauty of nature and our love for each other. This experience taught us that love is an adventure, and we should never stop exploring new places, experiencing new things, and embracing the challenges that come our way. We learned the importance of planning and being prepared for the unexpected. We discovered that best experiences often come with the greatest challenges. And as long as we are together, we can conquer anything. Dear Toastmaster, plunge and embark on new adventures with your loved ones. And as life is full of surprises, and it's up to us to make the most of them. One more thing I would like to emphasize is the importance of leaving the places we visit clean and pristine. It is our responsibility to ensure that we do not leave behind any litter that can harm the environment and disturbs the beauty of nature. Let's all make a conscious effort to preserve the beauty of these natural wonders for generations to come. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Akram, for such a great lesson. That message that is very close to every one of us. That is actually the gift to upcoming generations. That's a wonderful message. So coming to our theme of the meeting, that is be the type of person you want to meet. I will quickly add few things because of shortage of time. The few things how when you decided, when your intention is to be the type of person you want to meet, you are clear with your goal. The first thing you need to do is leave the unwanted responsibilities. Most of us, even I was the kind of person, I used to have the unwanted responsibility, the major responsibility that we have, the social media. It's unwanted responsibility. Even you are in home, in office, there are few other things that if your job can be done by someone else, even in a message or whatever you want to do in office. I started as a technician. I started my career as a technician. I used to do the things, but that was one thing that I used to do by my own self. I started to shift. I started to give the things to the others. They're delegating the things. Like if a president started to work, if we take the example of Toastmaster Club, if the president started to work each and everything of VP education, VP membership, VP PR, then club cannot run. These are the things, if the president started to work such things, these are the unwanted responsibilities. So give the responsibilities, whoever have the responsibility, he or she can do. So these, try to avoid one thing, try to avoid the unwanted responsibility. Just be clear to your role. Whatever role of your life, whatever role of your being, suppose itself is a role. Just be clear into that. VP education itself is a role. Sergeant in arm itself is a role. Be clear to your role and try to act accordingly. And being attractive, being confident, one of the best thing that it is very difficult for any person. The second thing is listening. The conversation rule is 75% listen and only 25% speak. And what we try to do is we used to speak more than 90%, and it is very difficult. At the same time, it is very hard to listen someone else. So shift that rule, 75% listen with the kind eyes, with the not to judge, just to understand, just to know the perspective of other. That will increase your not only confidence, your knowledge, and you see the world and through the lenses of other. That's another thing. And the one thing that we can what we actually know, what we remember, what we feel, not what we listen, not what we heard, what we feel. So give the love, give your compassion to the others. So people will only remember what they feel. So be the kind of person that person. And this is how what we love to have the person with us. And the last but not least, very important, have a giving mindset. There is a, even being a speaker, always have a mindset of giving something, whatever you learn, whatever you experience through the life, just give and transport that lessons to the others. Even don't expect the appreciation, don't expect the approval. Being a good speaker, don't be try to impress others, just give, try to give the lesson you have, try to give the experiences, learning you have. That is one of the amazing thing. Being a charismatic personality, the every person, when you, the one thing, when you listen more, the people will love to spend more time with you. When you will have a kind heart, the people will love to have the connection with you. And when you giving mindset society, the people around you will be connected with you. So that is the overall theme of the meeting. That is the takeaway of this meeting, that we can apply and be the type of person we want to meet. And coming to our next speaker, we have a wonderful speaker. For his speech, I would invite his evaluator. Would you please tell the purpose of his speech and further information? Jaya, you are muted.
I'm sorry. Thank you so very much for pointing out Toastmaster Bilal. Our next speaker is Toastmaster Seerat. Her pathway is effective coaching. Level 1, Project 1. She is delivering her icebreaker, and icebreaker is the first speech any Toastmaster member gives in a club. It is the speech that aims to introduces the new member to the club and rest of the members as well. I would be giving my evaluation at the end of her particular speech. I would be evaluating her over her content as well as delivery. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster DTM Jaya, for making my job easy. I actually forgot to the name of Toastmaster Seerat. So please welcome Toastmaster Seerat. Toastmaster Seerat, are you with us? Would you please switch on your video and speak? Wonderful. So can you see the timer? Have you pinned?
No, I'm not pinned and I cannot see the timer.
So you can double click if you have a mobile phone. You can double click on the timer. Timer is GE timer Hina.
G timer Hina.
You may just double click on that with the green background.
Okay, no, it's not happening right now.
So can you manage by your own?
This is my
the time?
timer. Toastmaster Seerat, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. But I can you see you in front of me? It's an issue.
The tech host can pin. The tech host can pin both the speaker and the timer.
Okay.
Tech host, would you please help me to do that?
Okay.
And Toastmaster Seerat, if you are online from phone, you can just double click the screen and then swipe it. You might be able to see her then.
Okay.
Okay, no worries. It's good. Yeah. Now, is it good to go? Toastmaster Seerat, can you see the timer? Toastmaster Hina?
1 second, please. Let me. Okay. I can double click her so that she can come in front of me. Myself. It's fine.
Okay.
I can
Is
see
it
the
so?
timer in the
Oh,
list. I
that's
can
wonderful.
see her in the list. Yeah.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. So please welcome Toastmaster Sirat for his wonderful speech. Toastmaster Sirat, stage is yours.
Okay, thank you so much for giving me such an opportunity. So, good afternoon to all dear Toastmaster fellows and distinguished guests. This is Red Kamal at this side. So, today I'm going to start my icebreaker speech with a very wonderful quotation which I have taken from Winnie the Pooh. It's a movie and it's the dialogue been written by Christopher Robin. So, you are braver than you believe. You're stronger than you seem and smarter than you think. So this is my ice-breaking speech, and I'm going to start this ice-breaking speech with a certain topic, which is discrimination. And discrimination has been a very authentic and reliable part of my life. And the whole discrimination is surrounding my life, basically. So, since childhood, this was not being a part of my life. But when I entered in my intermediate classes, over there I have seen very much clearly. People judge me on the basis of my religion, as I am Christian by birth, living in Pakistani society. People, whenever I tell them that I am a Christian, I belong from a Christian family, then they think and they see me as an alien. They consider me as an outsider. They consider me as something like who is inferior to them. Even the teachers, sometimes I have seen the double attitude of teachers towards me. Whenever I want to ask question class, they always step me down. They have never appreciated me. This leads me towards discomfort, moreover, the lack of confidence. But still, other than this, there are so many people who are good in society as well. They have helped me in upbringing my skills. Moreover, they have helped me out in becoming one of the best speakers. The reason for me to join this Toastmasters Club is that when I have went to the Christian school and over there I have seen a multimedia over there was a quotation and it was a video by Toastmasters that Toastmasters never discriminate people on the basis of their religion, on the basis of gender and politics. And I hope in coming days and in coming meetings, I will not face this kind of thing from the Toastmasters as well, because Toastmaster itself says that they help others and they build a community where there is positivity and a relaxation towards people of all the community and of all the genders. So this is all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sirat, for such a great speech.
You're welcome.
So coming to our next segment, that is table topic session. Before table session, the only thing I want to express my feeling, give a time to yourself that if you really be the type of person you want to meet, that you can start with talking to yourself. You can start giving a smile to yourself. It is very hard sometime for some people, but when you start, you will start loving to yourself. And when you start loving to yourself, you will automatically start love to others. Any characteristic you want, any quality you want to deliver to someone else, you need to create it within yourself. Love, respect, compassion to yourself is actually given to the other society and the people around you. So for the next session, we have a great Toastmaster, But before going ahead, I think let me get the timer report so that we can go for voting. Am I right? Or either we will go at the end of the session, overall meeting.
Both the speakers were short of time disqualified because
Sorry.
both both of the speakers disqualified by timing because they were short of time. It's
Okay,
4 to 6
disqualified.
minutes. That's what I understand.
Okay, okay. There is no prize for the best speaker, but you did a great job. That is how you always either you win or either you learn. That's a wonderful thing. Those there is a learning for upcoming speeches. So coming to our next session, table topic session, we have a very great speaker, great passionate Toastmaster Javeria. She is a learning and development professional. She is one of the first and proud member of Cloud 122 Toastmaster Club. As a certified trainer and success coach, she loves facilitating people to elevate their personal and professional skills. Please help me Toastmaster Javeria for our table topic session.
Thank you so much, Toastmasters of the Day. Thank you so much for the encouraging words. And fellow Toastmasters and guests, if we have any in the meeting today, welcome to the table topic session, one of the most awaited sessions where you can participate and you can talk from your heart. Table Topics is a session which helps our members and guests to practice the art of improvisation. And it also helps us think on our feet. So you don't need to prepare anything beforehand because this is all impromptu speaking. So, why this session? Because this helps us develop 4 important communication skills: listening, thinking, organizing, and delivering. So, who is ready for the table topic session? Give me a thumbs up. You can also unmute yourself and you can say that, yes, I am ready.
Yes, we are ready.
Wonderful, wonderful. So the table topics today are going to be one word topics from where you can share your stories or you can share whatever comes first to your minds. So who would like to volunteer for the first table topic? Anyone? Or should I pick someone from you? All right.
As
Toastmaster Seerath raised her hand, and I think I heard Toastmaster Jahangir as well. So get ready, all of you are in line. Toastmaster Seerath, your topic is hope. Hope.
Okay, it's a very good
Please go ahead.
thing. Yeah, sure. So can I start?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So as for hope is a word which is being completed by 4 alphabet. H O O. It is not just a hope for, as far the word is concerned, a hope for upcoming life, a hope for your upcoming goals, a hope for your upcoming mindset. So for the hope, first of all, what you want, a very proper mindset. So when you have a proper mindset, you will hope for the best. As for the quotation itself says, always hope for the best. So if you will not have hope in life, then you cannot survive in this world. You cannot go with the flow like others are doing. So without having hope, a person cannot do whatever they want to do in life. First is this. And second, being hopeful is good thing. Being hopeful is a good thing. Without being hopeful for anything, you cannot be, if there's certain kind of a voice in background. Okay. So yeah. So without having hope, you cannot go forward. You cannot move. So as for the hope is also one of the movie, and it's an American movie which I have seen. And in that movie, Hope is a young girl, and she is helping other person and other people in the surrounding to live a life according to the moral ethical values, and moreover they have to live their own life according the moralities, and they should never be unhopeful, because unhopeful will prevail a negative mindset, a negative attitude, and discrimination. Moreover, you can say a very extreme level. Okay, I think there's a red zone I can see in front of me, so I should stop.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Sirit. You beautifully related hope with the mindset. So, for the next topic, I would like to invite Toastmaster Jahangir. Toastmaster Jahangir, can you hear me?
Yes, Toastmaster Jiveri, I can hear you.
Wonderful. And I would like to see you as well. Here you are. Wonderful. So, your topic is happiness. I can see you smiling. Happiness. Over to Toastmaster Jahangir.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Javeria, for giving me the opportunity to talk about. And I'm very happy to coming back to this platform again, first of all. And thanks to you, all of you, the smiling faces there. So the topic is given to me for that speech is happiness. Happiness is all about the life. If you're not happy, you can't achieve anything. I can see the beautiful faces. I am happy today because I'm with all of you again after a very long time. So I'm happy. So if being happy, you can deliver happy thing, you can deliver positivity around you, you can achieve whatever you want to achieve, and you can also achieve the satisfaction if you are happy. One thing more I want to quote here, like if you are happy, then please take care of the other people. Like if they are happy with you as well, it's not about the happiness of yourself only, it's about the happiness of other people as well. Don't don't do the things that they can hurt other people. If you are happy, please spread happiness around you as well. Not take the happiness with you only, just spread happiness all around you. And also the happiness is very important key to achieve the things. If you are in struggle, if you are doing any hard thing, if you are in any phase of doing something, if you are happy, then you can enjoy that achieving, and you can enjoy that journey as well. So happiness is the key to success, I can say. Happiness is the key to positive life. Happiness is the key to live good life. Happiness is the key to making good friends. Happiness is the key for the people around you, and to just communicate with the other people. And happiness is all about my Toastmaster members as well. And I'm very happy being there, and I'm happy to be the part of this platform again. Over to you, table topic masters. Thank you.
Wonderful response, Toastmaster Jahangir. You beautifully expressed that how important happiness is. Probably we don't need money anymore. Happiness is all what we need. And spreading happiness is such a strong message you shared. Thank you so much. Next is Toastmaster Filza. Are you with us in the meeting? Toastmaster Filza?
Yes, I am.
Wonderful. Toastmaster Filza, your topic is success. Success.
Let
Over
me
to
see
you.
that as well. Success. It's a broader word, and I think a lot of people spend a lot of lifetime understanding this word, and they keep chasing it, and they never really come to the point where they can feel they can have it. What they see successful people around them, and nowadays is a platform. Film stars, they see influencers and these type of people, and they think that these are successful people. I am not successful in my life. I live in a small home. I do my 9 to 5 job. I'm not successful. So to me, at the start of your early journey, I have 3 kids, so I explain this to my kids. So first of all, define the goals in your life. There are 2 type of goals: short-term goals and the long-term goals. Once you define the goals very clearly in your life, then you can see if you're successful or not. And being successful is not, nobody is going to judge you for being successful or not. It's you have a pivot. That pivot is only yourself. You are the standard to yourself only. So you should be the best version of yourself every coming day. That's success. You improved. You became better from yesterday. This is success. This is your short-term success as well as the long-term success. Long-term, if you laid out plans long-term, for example, you have to, be a professional. You have to earn a living, that you don't have to be dependent on other people. These type of check in the box, they could be a lot of them. I mean, you have to be a good in your is. If there are, let's say, 10 things in your checklist, if you tick, say 8 of them, you are successful. And strive and make your days better and better to achieve the rest of the 2. And this criteria of being successful should be a rolling one. On the go, redefine your goals and attain success on the go. I think I should stop. I think it's red, the timer. That will be all.
Absolutely amazing. A huge round of applause for Filza. You beautifully shared how important it is to define success in your own words and what it means to you and overall your own self-image without being judgmental. Wonderful. A huge round of applause for you. And for the last table topic for today, we have Toastmaster Vakar, who seems very ready for the next topic. Toastmaster Vakar, can we hear you?
Yes, I can hear you. Actually, I wasn't
Wonderful.
ready. I just on my video, but I wasn't ready. But you can give me a topic.
But you looked ready, and I think that's a great thing to go ahead with. So your topic is purpose. Purpose.
Purpose. Okay. So hopefully this will be my ice-breaking speech, and hopefully with this sessions I will be able to embellish my personality and my communication skills. And so the topic today given to me is can you please repeat the topic again?
Purpose.
Purpose. Everyone who comes into this life, they always have purpose. Even a person who is just a driver, or who is just on a shopkeeper, he also has a purpose, because his purpose is to bring the livelihood to his family. So everyone around us has some purpose. Some people have people want to be successful in their life. For them, success is to be rich, and some people have a purpose to be happy in their life just by being around with people of their family members. Some people feel that their purpose is to be the happiest person and to give joy to the people around them by helping them rather than earning a lot of money. But instead of it, their purpose is to help other and to bring joy to the lives of, to create ease for the other people. So in my case, I have always a purpose which was to for me, the happiness and my purpose is to be around with my family and to be happy and to improve myself in such a way that I can better the life of the people who are around me and who I can reach. So without purpose, life is I believe it's very boring, and the purpose bring embellishment in the one's life, and this is how you proceed in your life. And that's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Wonderful response, Toastmaster Vakar, that purpose is what is important to get your life started at. This was all for the table topic session today, and hoping to see you all in the next session. Over to the Toastmasters of the day.
Thank you so much. And Miss Tamer, would you please tell us the timer report for the voting? Who are the qualified?
Yes, all qualified.
All qualified. So Mr. Vote, how would we conduct the voting? Either they need to send the message directly to someone, or we will share the pool. Okay, that's wonderful. The pool is shared with you. Please vote for the best speaker. I think it's stopped. So while voting, I think Toastmaster Hina, are you sharing it again? Actually, it stopped.
Yes, actually, an old phone will share. I will share at the end of the meeting. Please proceed.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, no worries. Okay, that's wonderful. So moving to our next session, that is one of the most important session, evaluation session, where we have a great team with the general evaluator. And general evaluator is a person, and she is actually microbiologist by education and Toastmaster by passion. That is one of the great tagline that I really love this tagline. And she is also member of 2 Toastmaster club, and she is also serving in 2 these club as a VP Education in Cloud 122 Toastmaster Club and VPPR in Witty World Toastmaster Club. She is a passionate Toastmaster Club. I really loved her speech in last contest, and she is also the winner of humorous speech contest. And please help me welcome Toastmaster Hina for conducting the table topic session.
Thank you so much for such a kind introduction. Thank you. Fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests, it's time for the evaluation segment. And we heard many beautiful speeches, 2 beautiful speeches, and first speaker was Toastmaster Muhammad Akram. The evaluator of Toastmaster Akram is BPM Malik Muhammad Umair. So please sir, come forward and share your evaluation.
Am I audible and visible?
Yes.
Yes, you are. Wonderful. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Akram, for taking us on a beautiful, picturesque journey of the Lake Zeful Maluk. And in that process, teaching us some wonderful lessons as well. Some of the things that I absolutely loved about your speech were, sorry, our timer is Toastmaster Hina?
Yes.
Okay. So some of the things that I absolutely loved in your speech, the first and foremost, your opening. It's fundamental to open wonderful from the very start, and you did it beautifully by sharing your story. If we do not connect with the audience in the first 15 seconds, it becomes very difficult to get the audience back. The second thing that I loved in your speech was the use of vivid, descriptive words. How you embellished your story with vivid and descriptive words, it enabled us to picture the scenes. For example, when you said that the crystal clear water surrounded by snow-topped mountains, which seemed to touch the sky. Another example is we walked hand in hand towards the lake. That was absolutely beautiful. Use of vivid descriptive words, it enables the audience to picture that scene and stay connected with you. The third thing that I loved about your speech was your use of hand gestures. For example, when you said the twists and turns, you used the hand gesture like this. That was beautiful. Then when you said the dark clouds came in, you used the hand gesture like this. That was, again, absolutely spot on. Last but not the least, your speech organization, how you started with a story, transitioned into the body, which had a climax, and then ended that story by sharing some lessons with all of us, which were the key takeaways. Kudos to you for that. Some areas that, in my humble opinion, can be improved are the first and foremost, adding some fine details to the story. For example, when you said that the journey was 4 to 5 hours, but it took us much more than that time. So I kept on wondering, how much time did it take you? 7 hours, 10 hours, 1 day, 2 day, 5 days? So be specific, add details. And when you said we were not dressed for the weather, add fine details. We were wearing cotton cloths, a light sweater, which was not appropriate for the weather. That enables the audience to picture that scene even in a better way. The second thing, adding some pictures to emphasize the impact. For example, when you said that Lake Seful, the pristine Lake Seful Maluk, if you had shown Maluk, that would have uplifted the impact a lot. And when you said that we leave a lot of garbage in such places, had you shown a picture of that, that would have really uplifted the impact of your speech. Overall, absolutely lovely speech, and I look forward to listening more of your speeches. Beautiful opening, use of vivid words, just a few fine details in the story, and you're going to go a long way. Back to general evaluator.
Thank you so much, Vidya and Malik Muhammad Umair, for the wonderful feedback on his speech. Next, we had Toastmaster Seeraj Partner, and the evaluator is VPM Jaya Jaggi.
Thank you so very much, General Evaluator. Congratulations, Toastmaster Seeraj, on your icebreaker. I absolutely loved how you delivered your first speech. It felt like probably you're an experienced speaker or a Toastmaster. Though I completely love the speech from start till the end, but there are a few points that stood out for me and were extraordinary. Number one, sharing your personal story. And I really appreciate, though it's the first time maybe you are trying to know the members, but still sharing your vulnerabilities or such moments of life in such a gathering and exposing yourself to, it takes a lot of strength, lots of effort. And thank you for trusting all of us as well for sharing these personal stories. Secondly, while delivering your speech, I could see that you had a very perfect eye contact. It felt like you're directly talking to me. I could see that rather on looking at the screen, you were looking into the camera, and that actually helped the speaker to connect to the audience. Thirdly, I loved how at certain moments you had a very strategic hand movements. If you could turn your camera in a landscape mode, that would have definitely given you more space to use your hand gestures. But still, even in this particular space, for example, if sometime we cannot do the landscape mode, I could see that there were very perfect hand movements. For example, when you said never and you made your hand movements like this. Also, while talking about the discomfort, there were certain hand gestures, and that helped me to understand again the content, what you were trying to explain. Also, I loved the pauses of the speech. For example, when you said that there are some people who are good and they helped me, you lowered your voice and also you took a pause, and it was a very strategic pause, giving the audience to move from the sad situation or of the discomfort and then moving towards or absorbing that pause where yes, there are good people. Apart from it, then connecting your life story to the purpose of Toastmasters and why you are here at this particular space was also a very good transition. Overall, being a new member or delivering a speech for the very first time, I loved that entire speech. I loved listening to you, but a few suggestions to incorporate in your upcoming speech and become a better speaker. So every Toastmaster speech has two major components. Number one is the content. So while you're writing a speech, if you can properly write the content, different paragraphs of your speech, and secondly the delivery, and then you can practice your speech and make sure that you deliver that content in a very expressive manner so that audience experiences the same what you have been going through. So for example, while you shared or started your speech with your name, I believe the name was already mentioned by Toastmaster of the day. So what if you had not introduced yourself because it was already done, and you could have directly started off with the code? It's very good if you directly start off with the quote, giving audience a chance to hook with your speech and think like, oh, what's coming next? Also, in certain moments, I believe that if you could add more of your hobbies, your interests, your journey, even the experiences you had, maybe one particular distance of discrimination and how it maybe made you more in discomfort or more uncomfortable. And then if when you mentioned that there were some good people, I wanted to know how did they help you? What did they do for you? So if you could add these minor details. And thirdly, if you could end your speech with a conclusion, something to tell people that whenever you find someone who is different, please be kind to them or something like this. Overall, it is a good speech, but has some place to improve it as a better and an effective speech. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Jaya, for the amazing feedback on my speech. Next, we have table topic evaluator. Toastmaster Faisal is a table topic evaluator. Toastmaster Faisal, you have only 2 minutes. Please speak, please.
Yes, Toastmaster Hina, could you please repeat it? I couldn't listen properly. I couldn't hear properly.
Correct.
May I start? Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Madam General Evaluator, for this particular opportunity. Fellow Toastmasters and distinguished Toastmasters, I'm here again as the Table Topics Evaluator. The Table Topics Evaluation allows us to reflect back and look upon into our table topic speeches and learn some recommendations and some good points from those table topics as well. So I'm going to share some of the good points and some of the things from our table topic speakers and some of the recommendations so that we could improve further our speeches in the future. So starting with Toastmaster Sirat. Toastmaster Sirat, congratulations once again for taking the lead as the first and volunteering for the first table topic of this particular meeting. And you have done a great job for telling us the importance of hope. I loved that how you started and initiated your speech by saying and emphasizing on 4 letters, HOPE. I liked it. And that's how you hooked the audience and that's how you connected with them. Moreover, afterwards, you talked about that why we need to say hope and why it's important. You talked about its importance, and that's how you build the connection throughout. And I also love that you built a story of a movie that you watched, and that's how it's inspired you with values. Overall, it was very good. However, I would love to suggest 1-2 things that was already mentioned, that your camera angle could be in a horizontal mode. And that could allow you to use more gestures, and that's how make your speech more impactful. Another thing I would suggest that as new speakers, we tend to think that in the end, you said that red card was shown. So we don't need to say this, that red cards are shown. And that's how that will, decrease our time limit to say something more. So that's how we don't need to. Moreover, moving ahead to Toastmaster Jahangir, I'm very elated and happy to have Toastmaster Jahangir once again in the meeting. And Toastmaster Jahangir has talked about the importance of happiness. And I must say, Toastmaster Jahangir, it was radiated throughout your speech. And how you presented your speech with happiness and with particular warmth, we could feel and we could connect as an audience. And that's one of the most important things as a speaker. And one thing, you started your speech with a thank you note, that thank you for letting me talk about this particular topic. And that's also very good. You talked about the importance of happiness, and not just happiness of us, but also other people as well. That brought more impact in your speech. However, in my humble opinion, I would just suggest you to use your camera in a landscape mode, and that's how you could connect with the audience with your 4 facial expressions and hand gestures as well. Another thing I would just say is be in a vertical posture position, and that's how you will be shown more confident and connected with the audience. However, overall, it was a very wonderful speech. A last thing that you talked about, the importance of Toastmasters with happiness, that was spot on. Moving ahead with Toastmaster Filza. Toastmaster Filza, you brilliantly talked about the importance of success, and I loved, first of all, that how you connected immediately your particular speech with your kids. You talked about your story and how you talked about that particular story to your kids, that how they could build it. That's wonderful job. I loved it. Overall, one more thing I would just say is also the camera angle you could use in the landscape more style throughout the speech, which you did at the end, that could bring more impact and connection with the audience. Another thing you said, now I should stop. We don't need to say this. It's obvious that. However, it was very brilliantly done. Moving ahead, last but not the least, Toastmaster Vakar, another brilliant job for you to present your speech as an icebreaker, table topic speech, and you have done an amazing job. How? You talked about the importance of purpose on a different levels. You talked about that why purpose is important, and you talked about that what is purpose for one type of people and what is purpose for the other aspect of people as well. And you also talked about your personal story, that why purpose is important to you, and that's very important thing that I was looking in your speech, and you did that in your first table topic speech, and that's amazing.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Faisal. We are very short of time. It's 5 minutes. Toastmaster Faisal, it's 5 minutes, so I stop your. So can you hear me, everyone? Am I audible? Thank you so much.
Yes, you're audible.
So for timers report, the speakers were disqualified because they were short of time. The evaluators, all evaluators and the speakers in table topics qualified for the vote polling. I request everyone to please give votes. I tried to poll, but it's some technical issue happened. So first table topic speaker was Toastmaster Seerat, Toastmaster Jahangir, Filza, and Toastmaster Vakar. Seerat, Jahangir, Filza, Vakar. Give the vote that you like the most. Table topic speakers. And table topic, I'm sorry, the speech evaluator were DTM Jaya and DTM Malik Muhammad Umair. Tag team includes Toastmaster Faisal.
How can we vote?
Through personal chat to me. Not to everyone, to me. And Sajid at arms, Toastmaster Faisal, Timer, Toastmaster Hina, Grammarian, Toastmaster Faisal, and active listener Vishti, Toastmaster Aisha, but she is not here, so we skip the Toastmaster active listener name. Next, we had our counter. Please, Jaya, clear your our counter people. I think they are disconnected. Okay, they are got disconnected. So the grammarian report. Next, we want grammarian. So the grammarian is Toastmaster Faisal. Toastmaster Faisal, please share your report. Precise report.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator, Madam General Evaluator. May I request you to please allow me to share my screen? Thank you so much, Toastmaster Hannah. Is my screen visible to all?
Yes.
Okay. So may I share my report as a grammarian? So the word of the week or the word of the day meeting was embellish. So it is used by Toastmaster Bakar in his table topic speech and Toastmaster Hena in the chat box. So may I request to, it is used in the chat box, may I request to further elaborate it in a complete sentence. That's how it could make more clarity and bring more clarity to the sentence. Otherwise, it's a brilliant job done. Moreover, somehow during the meeting, it was used that it will be happen automatically. So in my humble opinion, it can be said that it will happen automatically. And that's how another thing like that will be consist of or will consist of. Moving ahead, Toastmaster Muhammad Akram, you have used a couple of very good words: mesmerizing, embracing the challenges. Best experience comes with greatest challenges, anticipation of exploring made worth it. Do not leave behind any litter. Make a conscious effort for generations to come. Picturesque, pristine. Toastmaster Muhammad Bilal used some thought-provoking phrases. I need to take the step. Who is stopping me from getting up early in the morning? Toastmaster Jubair used art of improvisation, and last but not the least, DJ Malik Muhammad Abair used wondering, emphasize the impact. That's from my side. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much for the wonderful report. Jaya joined us to please just share your content.
Thank you so very much, Toastmaster Hina. If you can just allow me to share my screen.
Yes, I
and,
allow everyone to share this.
And give me a thumbs up if you all can see is here's the counter report. Toastmaster Hina had 3 hours, 3 so, and I could not find any repetitive words like, like, and Toastmaster Faisal had 9+ hours and arms, no so, and no other repetitive word. Toastmaster Seerat had in her speech 5 hours and arms, 6 so, 1 so, yeah, during her table topic. Toastmaster Aisha had 2 hours and 2 so. Toastmaster Bilal had 1 arm and 10+ hours. He's probably one of the winners. He had 4 so and 4, and as well Toastmaster Javeria had 3 hours, 6 so. Toastmaster Filza had 2 arms, 3 hours, 3 so, while 2 and Toastmaster Wakkar had 15+ hours, 4 so, while Toastmaster Jahangir had 4 hours and 3 so. Over to you, Toastmaster Hina.
Thank you so much. It is brilliant report. Next, now it's time for general evaluation. So we all know that we started the meeting a little late. We are 4 to 5 minutes late. I started the meeting 15 minutes early and messaged and texted each and everywhere in the group and everywhere, but no one joined. So I highly recommend to please join on time. So we will start on time. Overall, the meeting was very good. You all were very enthusiastic. We enjoyed the meeting. The speeches were marvelous. I want to say to unmute yourself and say clap to Toastmaster Seerat for her first speech. Please unmute yourself and congratulate her. Wonderful job, Toastmaster Seerat. You were brilliant in your speech. Looking forward to hear more and more from you. Everything was good, but just one thing, if we are letting out of time, so please short your reports or speeches, but the reports they shared in through screen share were marvelous. Overall, the meeting was fantastic. I officially adjourned the meeting. Yes, before adjourning, I would like to announce the result. Best table topic speaker is Toastmaster Filza. Big 3 Toastmaster Bilal, Toastmaster of the day, and evaluator DTM Malik Muhammad Umair. I had no one with the for auxiliary role players. So we can skip auxiliary role players because no one voted for them. So Toastmasters, everyone is the winner in role players. Okay. It's officially adjourned the meeting. Thank you for